Welcome back to Citadel Station. Welcome to my dark machine.
Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play System Shock. We're continuing to press on through Citadel Station, and our odds of success have only slightly increased. Nothing else around here. So, I believe our best course of action is to head up through that door up there. And you have an empty soda can, which we do not need. This appears to be Beta Quadrant. And if memory serves, there was something about Beta Quadrant. I don't know.
If any survivors can hear me, please. Some of us are still resisting showdown. We have a sanctuary in Beta Quadrant, guarded by a radioactive trench. There's a force bridge that operates off a wiring panel. If you're coming in from Alpha, our guards will extend the bridge for you. Be very careful. Mutants are all over the corridors. Good luck.
Now we've got to get to the bridge.
Let's ignore that. So, we'll just have to hope that the resistance is ready to greet us. And the answer is no. Fortunately, there are mutants lurking in ambush here, and one mutant just fell into the radioactive trench. And there's the wiring panel that Abe Ghiran mentioned in his data log. This one is fairly simple. What we do is move this down here to complete the circuit. And that extends the force bridge. There are other, I believe there are other circuit puzzles which are a bit more tricky. Now we can get over the other side. So the way is now available to us, and we want to deal with that mutant lurking down there. But we don't actually want to fall in, and he must have disappeared. He's hiding around here somewhere, although probably shouldn't worry about him. Some more needle darts. And what appears to be a battery pack over there. Do I want to risk going down to get it? I believe the short answer was no. We can climb up on here and get the battery pack for extra energy. Unfortunately, we cannot get back up the way we came. Nope, it's too high. So we're going to have to run across the radiation trench, which is doing us a lot of damage. I did mention that radiation poisoning was worse than biocontamination. And unfortunately, we don't have anything to deal with to counteract radiation poisoning. And I don't believe we're doing too well on health either. So, I'm going to make a break over here. There's a repulsor lift, which allows us to get back up here. And I think I want to use a medipatch just in case. So we got a few supplies. Fortunately, I don't think the trade-off was worth it. Radiation poisoning is never worth it, and I really want to be careful about these narrow corridors. Luckily, there's a first aid kit over here, hidden away. We're going to be needing more of those. There's nothing over here. Oh, but there's a cyborg assassin lurking over there. We dealt with him. Interestingly enough, they have two weapons. They have the long-range weapon that they hit us with from long range, but if we get in too close to them, they start throwing shurikens, because they're ninja assassins, apparently. Also note that the music changes depending on the area that you're in. The music now is sounding rather ominous. There appears to be a mutant down there. Unfortunately, he seems to be out of range of our trusty spark beam, which is a much better weapon for our current situation. There's a corpse over there. Maybe you have something. Another combat booster, not what I particularly wanted. You have nothing, and day log. Also, which appears to be a partially open storage room there, but first we're going to listen to the day log and see what Honug has to say. You may remember we met him earlier.
I must be one of the last ones who hasn't changed. Shodan must have altered the healing machine and installed in an Alpha Quadrant. It does things to people now. I think I saw Beth yesterday, but she had so many implants I couldn't be sure. If I can get to the machine, I know I can set the things right again.
And that explains what we heard earlier, which is basically the restoration machine is an Alpha Quadrant. Trust me, we'll need to get there at some point. In this room is another first aid kit and a sight vision enhancement. These can actually come in very handy, especially in dark places, because I believe that somewhere around Citadel is a hopefully a light neurograft enhancement. Now, I don't like these narrow corridors. They tend to be easy places for ambush. But we appear to be fortunate in this regard. This person has nothing. There's a lever over here, which we will use. That extends the another force bridge. That was back down there. And now the atmosphere is really starting to ramp up. But first we need to head, actually we don't want to go that way, we want to head back down this ramp here and get to that other force bridge that we just activated, and hopefully move on to Alpha Quadrant, which I believe is where the elevator is located. There's the first aid kit down there. Is it worth me trying to get it? I wonder. To answer that question, I'm going to save first, and then try not to land on the radioactive trench. Frag grenade. Unfortunately, there is no way for me to avoid getting radiation poisoning, so run for it. Probably should have jumped, but I don't know how much jumping would have worked. It's always worth it getting another medipack, getting another first aid. Oh no, didn't quite make it. No. Get back this way. They back to the lift. Here. here, across this bridge, and then back across the other bridge, all the while falling sickness to radiation poisoning. There are things that will actually help alleviate radiation poisoning, but as I mentioned earlier, we don't have that at the moment. There is the cyborg assassin. Unfortunately doesn't have anything of value. Now we're in another area. There's a cyborg assassin, which we dealt with in short order. Not going to take the track darts. And for paranoia's sake, I'm going to use another medipatch. I know I'm using them rather frequently, but it's worth it. And I'm going to save again, just in case, because saving is important, especially when it comes to system shock. And there's the sound of a door opening somewhere, but here is marked conversion, so clearly this must be an important area. There's nothing over there, but I believe there might be some enemies around here somewhere. There's a door over there. Nope. Where am I getting hit from? You! Another cyborg assassin. It's a gas grenade. If we can just pick that up. The door is locked. I actually believe that this is actually the way that, yeah, that was actually the cyborg assassin that we saw a couple of videos ago. So he was hiding up there, were you? Unfortunately we can't get up to where he was, but I believe this button opens the door and that leads us back out here. So that allows us to retrace our steps, just a little bit, but I just want to see how many medipatch first aid kits I've got. I think I've got about 3 of them, so I think I'm going to use another medipatch. Because I would rather use medipatches than use first aid kits. And also, I would actually rather finding more surgery machines, but the one we know about is back at the beginning. That was a cyborg drone, followed by another. I don't want my weapon to overheat. And another one lurking over there. Which fortunately didn't seem to notice us. Some more track darts and another repulsor lift. Security camera, but I want to make sure there aren't any more Well, there's the word here that was mentioned, so the restoration device should be around here somewhere. I'm going to save again. I believe that deal with you. Oh, and you're over there. Oh, and they can open doors. I should have realized they can open doors. You have ammo. It's very useful. You have ammo. ML standard rounds. Energy grating. Cameras in here. And an email. I'll face the door just in case. That's our 12th log so far.
Closing down.
We underestimated Shodan. It's reprogrammed regeneration rooms all over the station into cyborg conversion chambers. Anyone going in to get healed comes in as a cyborg. I've disconnected the medical CPUs from Shodan's main data bank, so we can reset them to their normal healing functions without Shodan noticing. I'm on my way now to reset the one on the hospital level.
Appears to be the one that we're just at now. But before I do that, I'm going to deal with these two cameras, because we need to lower the security level so we can open the armory door, because we're going to have to go back there at some point. There's a force door that we will open, but more importantly,
cyborg conversion cancelled. Standard station restoration procedures online.
the regenerative machine is now back to normal, but if we can actually pull the lever again.
Cyborg conversion activated. Restoration procedures modified to generate cybernetic assistance for Shodan.
Yep, so Shodan is using these regenerative machines as her cybernetic cookie cutter army.
Cyborg conversion
We don't want
cancelled.
her to do that.
Standard station restoration procedures online.
Now normally, if we were to perish at this point, it would show a cutscene of us being transformed into one of Shodan's cybernetic minions. But now that we've changed this back to its regular regenerative function, that no longer applies. And for some reason the cyborgs actually don't seem to be aware of this, and so whenever you die, they just take you back here and you regenerate instead of being transmogrified into a cyborg. Use a battery pack to give us some energy. And since this is a checkpoint, I believe I will save a final time in this video. So when we return, adventurers, we shall continue hopefully the last pieces of exploration here on the medical deck of Citadel Station. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.